Good morning, Hank. It's Valentine's Day. Yeah, so I was watching the television program Swamp People recently, and one of the characters on that show said, I like knowing how to do things. And it occurred to me that one, I don't know how to do a lot of things, and two, a lot of the things I do know how to do are things I'm not particularly proud of, like knowing how to watch Swamp People. So three, I thought I would make a video today about 6 things I know how to do, am proud to know how to do, and love doing. First, I know how to play disco golf with Willie. Hank, he's so good at disco golf. Second, I know how to read. Hank, I'm trying to read 50 books in 2012, and so far I've read 2 great ones. First, The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach. This is definitely a book for so-called grown-ups, but I can't remember the last time I enjoyed reading a story more. It's just beautiful, and also it made me feel all the things. And secondly, Hank, sometimes longtime Nerdfighters publish books, and sometimes those books are wonderful, like The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by longtime Nerdfighter Jennifer Smith. It's amazing, it's beautifully written, it's super romantic, but it's also extremely thoughtful. I was very blown away by it. Very blown away. I'm a novelist. So Hank, of the books I've read so far in 2012, those are my 2 favorite. Another thing I know how to do, watch soccer. Now Hank, you may remember that the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers won the 2011 FA Cup. Now Hank, I don't want to take credit for this or anything, but the actual Swindon Town Football Club, perhaps inspired by my success, is having an amazing season. Like they have a good chance of winning their League 2, which is actually the 4th league in English soccer. It's very confusing. Also, they are in the finals of the John Stones Paint Trophy competition thing. They get to play at Wembley. Also, Hank, on the subject of the Swoodly Poopers, one of our players, Fitz Hall, nicknamed One Size Fitz Hall, is an actual player, and the actual team that he plays for, not Swindon Town, has apparently adopted one of our cheers that we made up for him. He's big, he's small, he's also short and tall. One size fits all, one size fits all. I don't know if that's chanting or singing, but if it's singing, I apologize. Another thing I know how to do, Hank, not to brag, watch YouTube. Hank, I mentioned this last week, but I've become obsessed with the YouTuber CGP Grey, who's just brilliant. I mean, he hates pennies, he loves Britain, he's just like me, except smarter. So watch CGP Grey, which is not my nickname for my pants. There's a link in the doobly-doo right below me. 5th, Hank, I know how to answer questions. Hank, for people who have finished The Fault in Our Stars, and only for people who have finished The Fault in Our Stars, I have created a password-protected blog where you can go and read my answers to questions and comment and basically, discuss the book. Link in the doobly-doo. Only if you finish the book. I mean, the link is in the doobly-doo regardless of whether you finish the book, but you know what I mean! And finally, Hank, like everyone on the internet, I know how to disrupt systems of content delivery. So Hank, as you know, I'm not a big fan of illegal disruptions of content delivery systems. I think that stealing has been around for a long time and there's nothing particularly revolutionary or cool about it. But Hank, I'm a huge fan of finding ways to directly connect people who like stuff to the stuff they like. Hank, that's one of the reasons I love the website Kickstarter. If Julia Nunes wants to make an album, she no longer has to go to like venture capitalists or record companies to get the money to make an album. That revolution strikes me as a very big deal. And I should mention, the people at Thought Bubble, the people who do the amazing animations for Crash Course, they are kickstarting an awesome documentary they want to make, and if enough Nerdfighters help fund it, then we, Nerdfighteria, will be the executive producers of the movie, so you can check that out on the doobly-doo. That's what I love about Kickstarter. It's about us. That's also what I love about the Foundation to Decrease World Suck. We both raise the money together and spend the money together. And Hank, there's a new website that we're both obsessed with called Gumroad.com that basically directly connects people who make stuff to people who like that stuff with no one in between. No PayPal, no Amazon, no iTunes, just you and the people. And then, a little bit of a cut for Gumroad, but smaller than PayPal and without PayPal. Gumroad was created by an amazing 19-year-old. You can check it out, upload your stuff, sell it to people who love you. Hank, projects like Gumroad and Kickstarter make me think that someday the internet might actually become the artistic utopia we all dream about. A place where you can make a living by making things you care about with and for people you care about. Unfortunately, due to overeager grammarians, the internet will never be a place where it is okay to end a sentence with a preposition, so I apologize, overeager grammarians. Hank, I will see you on Friday.